Congratulations to Diana Miller Photo. I'm going to read the story and I'm going to do my best, but I've skimmed through it beforehand and already it was difficult. So I'm going to do my best. Bear with me. She says, I started my journey in a hospital. I worked as an RN in a neonatal unit. Day after day, I witnessed the miracle of life, these precious individuals fighting for a chance to make it. As I cared for my patients, it was hard not to get emotionally attached. I would watch families come in and out during visiting hours, mothers nursing their babies, fathers holding the infant's hand, everyone praying for hope. It was moments like these I wish I could document. I would often find myself going home to my husband and crying, sometimes tears of joy when a baby would get discharged and other times sorrow. One Christmas, he presented me with a gift that forever changed my life. He gave me a beginner's SLR back in the day of 35mm film camera. He told me to use this gift to capture my emotions and share them with others. Like any good mother/photographer, who better to practice than but on my own kids? I would take my SLR everywhere with me and take pictures of my children doing what they do best, being innocent, playful, and most of all, healthy. I would often share these images with coworkers to bring morale up when most needed. Before I knew it, many of the other nurses were asking me to take pictures of their children. But one day I had a family in the unit that I had really bonded with. Parents had been through a rough few months. The mother had given birth to twins, one of which was born still and the other was fighting for life. I remember the joy in the father's eyes each time he held his baby girl and knew I had to document this moment. I asked the father if he would allow me to take a few pictures of the baby the next day, and he agreed. I could not sleep half the night, tossing and turning as my brain went 100 miles per hour. I was questioning my skill level, my equipment, and my ability to take a good picture that would tell the story. As I arrived to work the next day, camera in hand, I was informed that the baby was in critical condition. When I went to check on the baby and the family, the father asked if I had my camera. He said he would really like a picture of his baby girl. All the planning and preparation went out the window. I know I only had a short amount of time and limited space. No fancy lighting, no pretty backdrop, no time for all of that. I had to use the resources available. A heat lamp not only served to keep the baby warm, but also served as my main source of light. The green surgical draping that lined the table would have to do as my background. Lucky for me, I was shooting in black and white 3200. I took about 6 images, some with the dad holding the little baby in his hands to showcase scale and perspective. I recall printing the images in a dark room and feeling overcome by emotion as the image surfaced. The image of the baby resting between her father's hands ended up getting published, and I won several awards when I submitted it to the local Professional Photographers Association. To tie the story together, I was recently asked to speak to a class of photographers at a community college. As I was sharing this story with the class, a young girl in the back row, a young girl in the back row started to cry. I approached her and gave her a hug. She said, "That was my sister. My parents love that image and have it hanging in our living room. It's the only picture we have of my sister." Needless to say, as it is now, tears started to roll down my cheeks as well. It's moments like these that remind me why I gave up nursing for photography. I'm so privileged and honored to be invited into my clients' lives, to share their special moments, and to know my narrative of the event will be around for generations to come. That young girl said the picture you took of my sister inspired me to major in photography. So congratulations, Diana Miller. Take it away. Marcus, please take it away.